as you may well have seen on the news today and in the newspapers, Kent Police have asked us to make another full-scale national appeal. It includes parts of what we showed you last year, but it's now enriched with new witness information. Above all, there's what Josie herself has been able to contribute.
Hey, Sean.
Oh, right. In those early days, I wasn't sure at all that she would survive. So the fact that you now see a bouncy little happy girl is, well, miraculous, really, was the only word I could think of to describe it. Right from stage one, I thought, if I've got to care for a brain-damaged child who is totally incapable, doesn't worry me, that's what I will do. Now, I'm coping with a child who gives me the real runaround. I mean, I'm very happy that she is showing the normal ups and downs of any child of her age. Show us how high you can go.
No, I can just go up there.
Yeah? Right, I'll look after your sweets and I promise not to eat them.
Okay, I'll go up and down. Okay?
Yeah.
It's this. Here.
People have talked about her having an engaging mix of girlishness and sort of tomboy-like traits, but I think that's quite a nice mixture in a child, especially of her age.
3, 3. Tennis.
Very fair.
It's very difficult sometimes to remember that this child has had this massive head injury. And there have been times when I've been utterly amazed at her recall and how she's been able to show us what's happened, and even more amazed, absolutely staggered and really taken aback that she's actually been able to put it into words now. She's never really deviated from what she's been showing us. Now, of course, she's actually able to talk and verbalise about what did happen to her. And that's made it even more chilling, really.
So how many lengths did you have to swim?
100 metres.
Really? My goodness me, that's a long way.
So this then is what can now be pieced together. Tuesday, July the 9th, coming home from school in Goodnestone between Canterbury and Deal. Josie remembers the journey. With both parents being scientists, it was always something of a nature trail.
So when's your next swimming class? Oh, that's lovely.
Next week.
Next week. Okay.
A woman driving on their route remembers that day too. She stopped because of hay fever and saw a woman, 2 children and a dog join Buckland Lane, the Aylsham to Staple Road. Josie has now confirmed they walked that way that afternoon. It should be 30 minutes walk from school to home with just this short stretch of road and then back across the tracks between the fields.
Look at you, you're so scruffy.
Just before they turned off, a local teacher saw them.
I always travel home from my work in the afternoons along a lane that runs from the back of Goodnestone to Chillenden. As I passed the end of Cherry Garden Lane, I looked down. I saw a figure in green or brown clothes. It was unusual seeing anyone there, and what I especially remember are these bright skipping figures trotting along in the sunlight.
You look lovely. And scruffy too.
I drove on past Nucket's Wood and I saw, I'm pretty sure it was on that day, an orangey red car.
She was surprised to find the car was empty. It's a strange place to want to park.
Don't know.
No sign of your woodpecker today, is there?
No.
And now the startling evidence from Josie.
Josie, get back. There's a car coming.
What are you two?
Got any money?
No, I haven't got anything with me.
I want some money.
Well, look, I'll go home and get you some.
No.
Josie. Josie, go, run.
Josie says the man ran after her and caught her. She was taken with the others through the trees. They were tied up. The dog was strung up by its lead, and the man then began to beat them with a hammer. A little later, a local resident had to slow down as a car pulled out in front of her. It was coming from the direction of the murder scene.
Come on.
He was staring hard at her, and she vividly recalls his face. This is the e-fit she compiled last year, and police today revealed that Josie has been shown this and says it's very like the man who ambushed and attacked her. He's in his 30s with chubby cheeks. His hair was gingery blonde and straight with a short fringe. Hours later, when the massacre had been discovered, it seemed everyone was dead. But a doctor found Josie still had a pulse.
You're used to seeing your child as a bright, fairly perfect individual. And when you see someone battered black and blue, covered in blood and stitches and, so they're virtually unrecognizable. It was only Josie's freckles that told me it was her at all and not her sister, because I didn't know when we first went to the hospital which one of the girls it was going to be awaiting me there. But it's a terrible thing just by chance that she is the one who survived, that she is the one who, it's all had to happen to her. Yes, the main victims were my wife and Megan. They died. But Josie is a victim who's had to suffer then and now and further into the future.
A chilling and tragic account, as Sean Russell says, made it even more so because Josie actually remembers what happened. Dave Stevens, a year has passed. You still haven't found the murderer. How have the public helped you in that year?
The public really have helped enormously. Their support has been overwhelming. We pieced together a story which hasn't led to the killer. We still haven't received that vital piece of information that's led to an arrest.
But Josie has now been able to talk. She's been able to give you the information that she can remember. How is that going to help?
She's helped in many ways. In particular, she describes the killer. She describes the killer as looking very similar to our e-fit.
In his 20s or 30s?
That's right. She also describes the car, which is similar to other descriptions that we've had, although the colour is somewhat different. Josie certainly describes a red car, but of course witnesses, non-traumatised witnesses, can get colours wrong, of course.
And what about the motive and his manner? What did she say about that?
Well, for the first time, we have a description of motive. The man asked for money. Was this a petty thief? Was this a person in the area that was looking to burglar a house, perhaps? Also, there were some other features about this that were very, very interesting. There were things about his demeanour. He was very calm when he first approached Lynn and the children. And also, when he was binding Josie, he actually said, "Are they too tight? Oh, your binding's too tight." Is this a man who's obviously overtly violent? Maybe not.
Possibly a man, if it's to be believed, with a milligram of compassion in a situation like
Perhaps,
this.
yes. Perhaps, as I say, it's not somebody who's obviously violent.
Now, a year has passed, as we've said. People have had plenty of time to come to you with information. You haven't had that vital shred of evidence. Who are you appealing to tonight?
Well, I'm really appealing to anybody with information, however small. People do say, well, I don't want to waste the police time. But of course, we are the best judge of that. A small piece of information linked with other information could cause the vital breakthrough. But in particular, I think I'm appealing to somebody who may have an idea as to who the killer is. Perhaps a wife or a mother or a close friend. It takes an enormous amount of courage to come forward, to come to the police and say, I think it is a particular individual. Can I reassure the public that your call will be treated in confidence? Your safety is paramount to us. We've trained officers who will take that call. please can I implore you to come forward, pick up that phone now and give us that information.
Dave Stevens, thank you very much. There is forensic evidence which can actually eliminate the person if it isn't that man. Now, please don't hesitate. We obviously have to catch this person. 0500 600 600. That's our free call number here to DCI Dave Stevens and his colleagues. Or call the incident room on 01622 654 321. It'd be wonderful if we could catch this person 1 year on today. That's Maidstone 654 321.